I get stopped in the street every day. I got barbers talking to me going, what do I do? And billionaires, literally. One of my clients, I've been coaching for 17 years. He's one of the top 10 financial traders in the world, in the history of the world.
Who could our favorite giant with that lovable scruffy voice be talking about? Wait a minute, he gives us a hint.
This is a guy who in 1987, when the stock market crashed by the largest percentage at that point ever, and everybody's freaking out, he made $500 million that day.
Did you guess it? Well, his first name is Paul, and his second and third name is Tudor and Jones. That's right, it's Paul Tudor Jones. PTJ is the market wizard who milked that 1987 crash for all it was worth and went on to make money non-stop from that point on. Or did he?
Then he lost money for the next 4 years.
Market wizards don't lose money. That guy is a genius. What could have happened?
Because he went beyond what he'd expected, and it messed up his head, and he didn't perform and lost money.
So you're telling me that it was all psychological? You're telling me that even top guys like PTJ have emotional performance issues? Really? Seems kind of trivial for a pro like that.
So he's been my client for 17 years. He pays me $1 million a year, and I'll tell you that to impress you, but it impresses me. No, but he pays me $1 million a year plus a piece of the upside.
Okay, maybe not so trivial if he's spending that much money on it. So what exactly are you doing for him, Mr. Tony Robbins? I know you're all about those motivational speeches and whatnot, but does PTJ really need another fluffer?
He's obviously not looking for motivation.
Whew. Well, okay then, Tony, so what do you do then?
What he looks for is strategy. He emails me every day, 5 days a week. I've worked with all the people around him, George Soros, all the people. I got a chance to study what they did, what he did, to find his patterns. And his patterns are always changing. He has to respond to a change in the marketplace. In order for him to succeed, though, he can even know what to do. But why do most people fail in business? Because they don't execute it, and the reason they don't execute it is state. If fear takes you over, all your decisions change. True or false? If greed takes you over, does that happen also, yes or no? Yeah, you start thinking it's going to be great forever, I can do no wrong, and you start doing everything, taking huge risks you haven't really thought through. You got challenges there too. So my job with him is to really keep his psychology straight, as well as make sure his strategies and tactics are adjusting to the environment in an ideal way.
Okay, so clearly psychology is extremely important when it comes to trading, even at the highest levels. Tony Robbins gets paid a lot of money to analyze PTJ every single day to make sure he's on track emotionally, and also to see how that affects his trading strategies. So what we see Wendy do in Billions, that's all real. The actress who plays Wendy actually studied Tony Robbins very hard, and even worked with him directly to develop the character. And if you watch the show, then you've seen how Wendy makes a ton of money too, so clearly billionaires are willing to pay anything for this stuff. And by the way, if you saw that Billions finale and want to talk about it, I would love to, so just comment down below. But yes, it's obvious that managing your psychology is crucial to successful trading, and that's why I talk about it so much on this channel. I know I probably get repetitive, but it's important, because this psychology stuff isn't just for billionaires.
You got to do the same for yourself. You got to say, I got to know what's influencing me.
And you know what's the best way to do that? I've said it before and I'll say it again. Keeping a trading journal. See, the point is to separate your emotional self from your rational self. You basically want to be two people, or one person with multiple personality disorder. No, I'm kidding, you don't want that. So you first start out with a trading plan, and your rational self is the one who's creating that. And you create that beforehand because that's what you plan to actually follow when you're making trades. So the second part of this is actually making the trade, and whether you like it or not, that's usually when your emotional self kicks in. But you have your trade journal to help with that as you write down exactly what you're gonna do before you do it. And then the last part is reviewing that journal and the trades you made. That again is done by your rational self. So you can analyze what you did wrong, what you did right, and where you can improve. So as you can see, you really have two separate selves, the emotional and the rational. The emotional is what happens to you when you gotta make the trade, and the rational is the before, when you're making the trading plan, and the after, when you're reviewing your trading journal. And this rational self can be the Tony Robbins or Wendy that you need that's analyzing your emotional self. And you'll be surprised with these two coming together how effective the self-analysis really is. And I talked about the trading journal before, which if you haven't seen that video, I'll link to it above. And the next step, once you're already doing the self-analysis, is to find a friend who will give you a solid outside opinion. But to do that, then you need a community of traders that you actually trust. And that's exactly what we're trying to build here at Fallible. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and that you hit that bell so you get notifications when new videos are released. We're gonna go a lot more in depth into psychology in future videos, and I also got a lot of stuff in the background working to build up our community. I'm trying to build something where you guys have other traders to work with. Along with me, of course, I'll be there too. So make sure you subscribe. We publish 3 videos a week, everything market related. Subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Stay fallible out there. Bye.